Hi, I'm Jenny, and through the summer months I've shown you my life working in Rivers Inlet, and since leaving for the winter I've been busy visiting friends and family. Now it's time to start drifting south from BC to Baja California. So come along with me by subscribing and let's drift south together. Brent's up on the roof right now, cleaning all the leaves off so that we can bring the slides in and get out of here. I can't believe this is already happening. Getting close to the border tonight, across the border tomorrow morning, into the States, and our adventure is beginning already. One of the first tips I've learned as a new RVer is to keep the top of your slides clear from leaves and debris before closing it up. All paid RV parks have garbage bins to use and usually a place to dump your gray and black tanks and to fill up with water. We are taking Highway 97C, known as the connector between Merritt and Kelowna, and that means we'll be climbing around 3,600 feet, or over 1,000 meters. So because we were planning on boondocking on the side of the road tonight, we only brought enough water that we thought we'd need, just to make the climb easier on the truck. We're now driving through Headley, BC, which seems like a nice place for Bigfoot to live. Just look at this cave. The drive down Highway 97 and the 3A to Karamias is so scenic, and there's a surprising amount of orchards and fruit stands. With very warm summers and mild winters, fertile soil, irrigation from the Similkameen River, and good wind protection, the valley here provides ideal growth conditions for many types of fruit. We arrived in Osoyoos last night, filled up the truck with gas at the Co-op gas bar, and noticed that there was some big rigs parked right behind it. We've tucked ourselves right in with them, and it was a nice quiet night, so we're really thankful for finding this little spot to spend the night here. On our way down into Osoyoos, down these mountain hills, Brent was really noticing the truck was shuddering, and he wasn't comfortable with the state of the brakes. So before we pass over the border here in Osoyoos to the US, Brent has made an appointment and has already gone to get the brakes redone. I just heard back from Brent and it sounds like we're going to be spending another night here in Osoyoos. We needed a part to be brought in, so that's going to be here tomorrow to get the brakes changed. So we're going to be finding an RV site for the night, actually hitting some hookups, possibly. We'll see how winterized that RV site is. It is the end of October right now, so I feel like we're lucky that anything is open, but apparently here in Osoyoos it doesn't get too cold and they have RV spots open all year long, so that is just wonderful for us. Plans change so quickly, it's just crazy. I'm glad we didn't make any plans because they have already changed. The one thing I'm not looking forward to about spending another night is that it's going to be another night of kind of crappy food. We've gotten rid of all of our produce and our meat across the border, so we have nothing fresh to eat, and we've been eating takeout and like frozen pizza and nachos, and it's not that great on the belly, so looking forward to buying some produce in the States, that's for sure, but that'll be tomorrow. That's nice. Oh.
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Oh, you know you're all I want.
Little bit of a windy morning here in Osoyoos. It's October 30th. The truck's ready to go, the RV's ready to go, and we are so ready to get into warmer climate. So let's go across the border.
Can't we just say it's
Super easy border crossing, so that's really nice for us. We had an agricultural specialist go into the RV and just make sure we didn't have any meats or seeds or anything like that you're not allowed to have coming across the border. So it was easy peasy. Here we are in Washington and we're continuously heading south.
fight this, let's just give in and let the feelings overflow.
We don't really have plans, but we have a basic idea of where we want to go and how long we want to drive each day. We use the iOverlander app, which shows you where you can camp or boondock. People who visit spots can leave reviews on the app or tips for future guests.
It's also full of other great info for travelers like water, fuel, and propane fill stations and dumping stations. And since we've done this drive once before, we already have a good idea of where we'll be spending the night tonight. Google Maps does the rest of the planning for us. If you go onto your maps and type in Osoyoos in the starting point and Pendleton, Oregon as the destination, the quickest route is the one we took, which eventually takes us to these beautiful views of the Columbia River. And as we cross over into Oregon, we know we're almost at our destination.
Sleeping and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow.
We made it to our first stop. We're here just outside of Pendleton, Oregon. We've driven 500 kilometers and that's about 300 miles today. It's just about dinner time. Brent was just starting to get a little bit tired, so we thought this was a great place to pull over. We actually stayed here last year, spent a night at the Wild Horse Casino. It's free parking, which is great for RVs. There's lots of spots here, quite a few RVs already. So we're just gonna get settled in, have a bite to eat in the casino, planning to get up nice and early and make it to Nevada tomorrow. Another morning, another coffee, another little dog walk, putting the RV back together, and we're on our way. Gonna try to get to Nevada.
This morning we're climbing some mountains along Highway 84 and it's very cool and misty up here.
Just stopped for a quick pee break here. We're about 30 kilometers outside of Ontario, Oregon. Brent's just putting a jerry can of gas into the truck. We're not sure if we're gonna make it quite all the way to Ontario. There's quite a few towns along the way here that you could pull into and grab some fuel, but we're just looking to beeline straight to where we wanna go, which at the moment is Lake Havasu City. So it's always a good idea to have some extra fuel with you, some backup just for comfort and making sure that you have what you need on the way. So always be prepared. We have it in our Google Maps to get to Lake Havasu City, so we're just following the quickest route there. We're gonna travel slightly through Idaho and then back into Oregon and then into Nevada. Hopefully we'll be there tonight. It's 6 degrees Celsius outside. It's getting warmer. We're happy for that. The sun's out. It's a gorgeous day for a drive.
As we near Nevada, we run into our first bit of nasty weather, including hail, but it doesn't last too long. We're over 5,200 feet in elevation, so there's a real chill in the air. Welcome to Nevada. Let's find some more free parking at a casino tonight.
One really nice thing about having so many casinos in Nevada is that there's lots of places for you to park overnight. Usually casinos, and big ones especially, will give you an option to spend a night in an RV park, like this one behind me, or just in a big parking area off the side of the casino. So we got a free place for the night. We had a generator running last night for a little bit. Our water tank is full, so we are boondocking right now. I don't know why I did this. We are boondocking. So that means running with no hookups, no power, no water. We do have propane heat, which is needed here because we are so high up in elevation. And another great thing about this spot that we found here in Jackpot, Nevada, is that there's a Love's Travel Center right here, right across the way from us. And I'm not sure about all of them, but this one in particular has laundry, like a little tiny laundromat. So that's where I'm hanging out this morning while Brent's doing a conference call. And we'll see if we spend another night here or pick up and go a few hours. further south.
Okay, laundry's finished. Let's get back on the road. Compared to our last couple days of travel, today was a very short travel day. After spending the morning in Jackpot, Nevada, we are now in Ely, Nevada. It's about a 3-hour drive distance, but when you're in an RV, it takes about 4 hours. So here we are, it's 5 o'clock. We are at Love's. These Love's travel centers are so great. They have got huge parking lots, lots of free areas to spend the night, lots of amenities inside to take care of what you need to while you're here. So as far as I know, we're going to be getting up early tomorrow and getting to Lake Havasu City. That's the plan. That means driving through Las Vegas, and it should be a 6-hour drive. When you're checking Google Maps, it's a 6-hour drive, so I'd say probably another 8-hour drive tomorrow. Good morning from this little spot between two semi-trucks. It's a cold one here today. We're just fueling up and we're ready to find some warmth in southern Nevada. We're driving through part of the Humboldt National Forest, known as the land of many uses because of its wide range of ecosystems, from desert valleys to alpine peaks. We make a lot of stops along the way for pee and water breaks for Minnie, but it also is great for us to stretch our legs. Highway 93 takes you through some wild rocky landscapes, and as a rock lover, I am seriously loving this. Minnie, though, is a lot more interested in the smells. I've been tracking most of our spending on an app called Travel Spend. So far, we've spent about $1,000 Canadian on gas. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. We stayed here for a few nights last year and really enjoyed ourselves, and I'll link that video in the description. But this time, we are just passing through.
In a half mile, take exit 14 for US 95 South.
Just outside of Las Vegas are thousands of acres of solar panels that supply a significant portion of the renewable energy to Las Vegas. Another stop for a pee, a walk, and some water. And another fuel station.
Please add Terribles. Visit terribles.com for game details.
We crossed into California and right away noticed a big change in the size of the highway. We followed Highway 95 South, which took us further into the desert.
Feels so amazing getting into these warmer climates. It was 5 degrees when we left Jackpot this morning, and now it's 20 degrees just south of Las Vegas. We're actually in California. We're gonna dip into Arizona and spend a few nights at Lake Havasu City, stock up on some essentials, probably a big Walmart shop, and just boondock in the desert. Feels like a warm fan's blowing hot air onto me. It's amazing. Big fan. I'm a big fan.
We are now entering Arizona, which is one of my favorite states as far as views go. When you start noticing side-by-sides on the road and in the ditches, you know you're getting close to Lake Havasu City. We are planning a Walmart stop before finding a place in the desert to spend a few nights.
It's got more support. Like when you want to sit regularly, you can, and that one it's like,
Get one of each.
Time to locate our dispersed camping spot, and this one is called Lone Tree. We spent a couple nights here last year as well. It's a free boondocking spot with a 14-day limit. But there are so many other spots up and down this highway, it's easy for people to boondock as long as they like.
yep, finally. This is very good. Very good.
Very, very good.
The desert here in Arizona is a great place for side-by-side adventures. It's a great place to find a lot of cool rocks. But it's not a great place for gathering firewood. And every plant, everything seems to be really frickin' pokey. We're having a pretty chill day here today, and Brent's getting our little fire going to cook some hot dogs for dinner. Now we're getting ready for another travel day.
Well, our time here in Lake Havasu City has quickly come to an end. As you can tell, it's quite windy out, but today is actually the calmest day that it's been the last 2 or 3 days.
So we have decided we need to travel today, get closer to the border, get out of the wind a bit more. We did head into town a couple times to stop at the Walmart to fill up on some grocery items, and also we stopped at a couple cool shops for some cool gear and some stuff for fishing as well. I'm not, too nerdy into that, but Brent sure is, and I'm super there for it. So we're just getting ready to head out now, heading to Quartzsite, saying goodbye to Lake Havasu City for the year. When we are traveling with the RV, we check the Windy app to see the wind forecast. And if it's blowing too hard, we will delay our travel day, just to be on the safe side. If we have to travel in stronger winds though, we can attach the stabilization bars to help keep the RV more stable. We are traveling next to the Colorado River and passing some really cool areas like Parker Strip as we're getting closer to Quartzsite, which is our next stop. And just like that, we're in Quartzsite, enjoying this beautiful sunset at Shady Lane RV. Camping, full hookups. Pretty sweet. Happy November 6th. New old president in this morning, and we're heading out of the US and into Mexico. Let's go, Minnie. The winds are a bit crazy today as we travel down Highway 78 in California to our final stretch before the Mexican border crossing. There's a lot of cattle and farmland here until we reach Mexicali, where we are about to go through the West Crossing. Be sure to subscribe to join me next time as we continue driving south through Baja California, through cactus forests and miles of desert. I'll show you some of the roads we travel down and some really beautiful stops along the way. I want to give a special thank you to my channel members for your love and support. You really help fuel my video production fire, so thank you. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and take care until next time.